Pretty good, my friend. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing your camera, so I know you're not a troll and stuff like that.
No, no, not a troll. Just here to talk.
All right. So obviously, I'm assuming that you're a Muslim. Are you
Yeah,
a Sunni Muslim? To be clear,
Alhamdulillah.
you're
I don't know why people call it Sunni Shia. I mean, in the Quran, it's saying like there's no sect. So if someone says I'm a Muslim, I'm a Muslim. No Sunni, no Shia, just Muslim.
well.
But
The reason why the reason
I
why
know. I mean, the reason we say it's Sunni because it refers to like we follow our Prophet's teaching. So
yeah,
if it's that,
exactly,
then it's that. But other
exactly.
than that, just Muslim, nothing else.
Yeah. That's the reason why I asked
Mm.
because
Yeah, yeah.
if I know that you're Sunni or Shia, I wouldn't want to quote you Sunni sources if you're Shia or Shia sources if you're Sunni. You know what I'm saying? So I want to use what you deem authoritative.
Okay.
You know, but yeah. So tell me, my friend, why do you believe that Islam is the truth?
Islam is the truth. Okay, partly because of the Quran, obviously,
Hmm.
because how it came to us, how it has been preserved, and then for Allah, and then for the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So to me, it's like in Islam, how our God is just descript have given the description for us, like in Surah Ikhlas, chapter 112. So that makes more sense, first of all. So I don't have to do anything to like think hard or anything. I just know, okay, so He's Allah, He's God, has no family or anything, and He's sustainable and everything. So that makes sense. And then we come to Prophet Muhammad, his life, and then you kind of like build up from there, you know?
Okay, I'll work backwards.
Yeah, sure.
Muhammad and his life.
Yeah. So you go
What?
to Aisha's marriage.
No, well, I was gonna ask you first. I wasn't gonna just jump straight into I was gonna ask you.
Everybody does it. Everybody does
Yeah,
it.
what about
That's the main
Muhammad's
crux. That's the main crux.
life?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. So what about Muhammad's life? I guess convinces you that he truly is a prophet.
First of all, I mean, according to our tradition or like our history, I mean, he was not someone who was a liar, right? So if he wasn't lying and he says, like, yeah, indeed an angel came to him and Islam is the only true religion, so, and we should follow it. So that kind of does it, right?
Okay.
So we don't deem him as a liar or like schizophrenic or sick, anything like this, or a warmongering warlord or something.
Okay.
Okay,
Got
so
you.
we indeed believe like, yeah, he was the best of his characters in his time, and
Okay.
obviously if you try to juxtapose his character now,
Hmm.
it may or may not make sense. Because just suppose 100 years back what we did and 100 years up now what we do, it kind of doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of things to do with time, but you get my point.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
I
So
mean, just a simple thing like back then, I mean, I think 1400 years ago or more, uh, boys like 10, 11 years old just would just go to war or be in the farm with his dad, or much younger. So
okay.
our life wasn't like this, like we have no education, do this, do that, we have a well
Sure. It
prolonged
wasn't. It
childhood
wasn't
and
like this.
teenage
Uh,
years. So it's really different from now.
so then
Back then,
let me ask you what you thought I was going to ask you. What are your thoughts on his marriage with Aisha?
okay, I mean, I don't know, I mean, first of all, it never really like bothered me because first of all, I mean, the family I'm from, my great grandmother or my grandfather, they were married pretty much early, my dadi or nanu, it's like grandmother,
Hmm.
we,
Okay.
we call them dadi or like nanu. So they're both married very early, like I think my dadu was 11 years old and my nanu was like 13 or 12. So it
Okay.
never really bothered me, so I just understood like it something to with do with that time.
But
So
they were the same age. Like they were around the same age. 111, just
no, I
2 years
think
apart.
their husband was much older. I
But
think
you
one
said
of them.
11 and 13. I'm
Nah,
confused.
their husband. I mean, I'm talking about my dadu and my nanu, my paternal grandmother and my maternal grandmother. Their
Oh,
age.
got you. So how old were their husbands?
I think one of them was like 25, or maybe one of them was like 30 or 28.
So these
Like
28, these 28 and 30 year olds married them when
10,
they
20,
were
12
11,
years gap. Yeah.
and they married them when they were 11 and
Yeah.
13.
It's just culture, man.
Oh
So,
wow.
even in our religion, we are not like supposed to be married. Like, if you say like I was supposed to marry someone who's like 9 years old, right?
Uh,
In Quran or the Hadith, there is not the marriage is not restricted to age. It's restricted to the
maturity
maybe
level, right?
maturity level, mental level, also societal norms.
Yeah.
Then that also the harm part, like if she's too young, she'll obviously be harmed if they have physical intimacy. So that's also to take into consideration. And I'm just like saying a bit more, like if
So would you
so
say
so
would you
if
say that
suppose
it was
if
okay?
so if we say like suppose Aisha was married young and she
Yeah.
was abused, right? If we take that into account, so does
Wait,
Aisha?
before you go on.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm asking you like, cause
Hey man, I watch your video sometimes, but I don't know your name. Is it okay if you say your name?
yeah, my name's Avery.
Avery. Hey man, nice
Yes,
to
nice
meet
to
you.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just before you go on, I wanted to ask. So when it comes to Muhammad and I marrying Aisha, she was 6, he was 54.
Yeah.
You're saying that was okay?
Yeah, cause first of all, again, I'm going with God. I'm not fighting with God, right? If God says okay, it's okay.
Hmm.
That's my first logic.
Okay.
Okay. Because also I think you will also go with the same logic. If your God says something is okay, you will say it's okay. Because
No.
we don't understand better.
Yeah, no. If the God that I believed in
Yeah.
um were to say, hey, it's okay to have relations with little girls, I would know that God
No,
is
you
false.
can't have relationship with little girls. First of all, Aisha herself says like she was a woman when she was married.
She was 9.
Um, yes.
She still had dolls with her.
Yeah, that doesn't mean she was a kid. As I said,
Hmm.
nowadays 9 years old and back then 9 years old has to be a very very different. Cause
Well, I mean,
just
9 years old back then, they played with dolls. 9-year-old today's, they play with dolls.
18 years old today also play with dolls today, man. you
Yes, yeah,
know,
I
I
know.
mean,
So it's not really that much of a difference.
if you just see the age of marriage or like age of consent that we like really like go on about, so like the countries themselves or the even the country within the states, they can't like fix on any age, like somewhere it's 15, somewhere it's 16, or then 18 or 21. So
Mhm.
someone else's adult is someone else's pedo, you get my point.
Okay. So
So
let me ask you
so
this: Would
so
you?
so we
When is
really
it not
can't
okay?
like agree on this thing. So age
No, no.
is
I
really not the
think there's
main
something that we
thing.
can agree on, brother.
Yeah, sorry,
So
man.
at what point is it not okay to marry and have relations with a young girl? At what point is it not okay?
If she's a child,
Say that
Aisha
again.
was not a child. If she's a child, Aisha was not a child.
Wait, say that slowly. I couldn't understand you.
If she was a child,
Oh, if
then
she was a
it's not.
child. Okay, got you. And
Aisha
so
was not a child, according to her
yeah,
own.
that's what I'm asking you. What, because if you're saying Aisha, even at 9, playing with dolls wasn't a child, what is a child?
And also there are like other sources. So also there are like other sources, like Aisha's age can be 11, 13.
No, there's not a single source that says she was
Yes, there are
young,
other sources. There are
six,
other
6
sources I can give it to if you want, but there are other
yeah, I would
sources.
like that. I
But
would
but
like
I
that.
will but I will go with 9, no problem. Because
Okay.
also
Yeah,
like
'cause all the hadiths say she was 9.
before marrying with the prophet, right? Like before marrying with the prophet
No,
when
no, no,
she was.
no. She was 6 when he married her, or
Yeah,
7,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and then he
So before.
consummated when she was 9.
Yeah, yeah. So before marrying the prophet at 6, she was already engaged with another man.
That means nothing.
Yeah, that means that society, like how our religion is, it didn't deemed wrong.
So,
They
so,
didn't deem
so
it wrong.
is right and wrong deemed on society?
No, it is religion, because we are told to also respect the society's norm.
No, you're not. Not if it goes against the laws of God, right?
No, no. If it goes against the law, you are not to.
Okay.
If it does, first of all, as I said, there's nothing in the Quran says you have to marry a 9 or 6 years old.
Yeah. What is a
There are
child?
given
I'm trying to
there
understand.
are
What is
given
what is a child?
criterias.
Yeah. What is a child?
Not mature, immature, just
Not.
immature.
You said not mature.
prepubescent.
Prepubescent. Got it.
Yeah, prepubescent. And
Okay.
also in your religion, we are allowed to marry someone like, like as a child.
No, you're not. There's nowhere in my
Let
Bible.
me let me
Okay.
finish. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
not
But
like
no,
marry, not
no,
like
no, no.
marry.
You're
It's
telling
like
a false, a
their
red
parents
lie on my
says,
Bible.
our parents says, okay, you guys get married, then it's like a word. But though
No, no,
I
no.
don't know any,
There's
I
nowhere.
don't
I
know
have to
much.
stop you. I'm sorry. There's
Sorry.
nowhere in my Bible that allows a grown man, an adult man, to marry a child. There's nothing in my Bible that allows that. Okay, so I want to make sure that it's clear. Chapter 7 of First Corinthians, verse
Yeah.
36. It says, "For a man to marry a woman, she has to be past the flower of her youth. She has to be past the flower of her youth, mentally and physically mature,
Yeah.
for them to marry."
I mean, first of all, in Quran, there is no mention of the age. Like it has to be this age or that age. They are given criterias.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're saying that the Quran gives a criteria from the Quran. You're
Criteria.
saying the
Yes.
criteria is that she has to be.
Even the hadith, when they are mentioning the age, I don't think the age is the main factor.
I'm not talking about age. So the criteria you're saying is that she has to be pubescent, right? She has to be
To
mature. She has to reach
consummate, yeah.
puberty, right?
Consummate, yeah. To consummate,
Okay.
obviously.
So I'm going to show you something that in the Quran is actually the opposite.
Yeah, okay.
You have something ringing over there.
Yeah, my phone. My wife's calling.
Okay.
I don't know. She every time she has to call, like we might not live or something.
All right, no worries. So look, so we have in the Quran in chapter 65, verse 4, it
Yeah.
actually
Let me bring
does
it up.
allow the marriage and consummation with girls who are prepubescent.
Let's see. 65?
Yep, 65, the chapter of divorce.
65 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Al-Talaq. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I have it on the screen too, just in case you wanted to see it here.
I'm just watching it from Quran.com.
Okay, first. All right, perfect.
Sure.
So it says, "And those of your women as have passed the age of monthly courses, for them the iddah, the prescribed period, if you have doubts, is 3 months. And for those who have no courses, all right, i.e., they're still immature, their iddah, prescribed period, is 3 months."
In that thing, I think, just give me a moment.
Okay. So that one talks about the girls who haven't menstruated well.
Arey bhai, এমন কেন? Just give me a moment.
Make sure you guys are giving a like. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are enjoying these conversations. You like how we go through this stuff. If you're learning, if you're being blessed by the conversation, you guys are taking notes, getting the sources down. Make sure that you guys give the video a like for all who are watching now and who are watching later. If you're watching later right now, if you're not watching live, make sure that you guys are hitting that like button. All right. As our friend gets back here, we're going to wait for him to get back. But guys, this is 2 good guests in a row so far. It's a good day today. 2 good guests so far. But yeah, we have in the Quran in 65:4, it teaches that it is permissible to not only marry, but also have relations with, consummate the marriage with little girls. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but it's what the Quran teaches, man. That's why you got to stay away.
Hey, sorry, man. Yeah.
All right, welcome back.
So yeah, can you show me like where does it says like Quran allows to have physical intimacy with the prepubescent? Like
right.
Yeah.
So you notice how it talks about it mentions the girls who have no courses, right? Who have not menstruated, right?
And I think that isn't saying like the prepubescent. That is saying like women who don't menstruate, like who are adults. I think the word here is used.
It already mentioned them. It already mentioned them.
The word here is used nisa. Nisa means woman.
Oh no, it depends on the context. Nisa
Now,
also goes for little
Nisa
girls.
means woman. So if I think for a girl they use like another word, so the word is
No,
like girl.
they also no, my friend. Nisa is also used for little girls. And even infant newborns are called Nisa.
I don't know that. I'm
Look,
not
like
very
so
good
look,
with
like,
Arabic, but
let me
I'll
show
take
you.
your
Let me show
word
you.
or not.
I'll show
Doesn't
you.
matter.
So look, in chapter 2, verse 49,
Bakra. Yeah.
are you familiar with the story like when Pharaoh tried to have all
Bakra.
the infant boys killed,
Yeah.
right?
Two.
And he spared the girls, right? So
Mhm.
it says here, and when we delivered you from Pharaoh's people who were afflicting you with horrible torment, killing your sons, right, and sparing your women, Nisa, and
Yeah,
therein
woman.
was a mighty trial from your Lord. This is
So
talk,
I don't think it's saying to kill daughters. It's like I think
but it is the
saying
daughters.
about the wives.
So
Saying
look,
about the wives.
it's
It's
not
not the
about the wife.
daughters.
So what are the so who are the sons being killed? They're the infant boys, right?
Cause Pharaoh was killing the Pharaoh was killing the infant boys. Cause he
Yes.
was
So
afraid of like a
yes.
man will
Let me show you the
like
text here so that we don't, I don't want to
yeah,
waste
sure,
time like with my interpretation or yours. Let me just show you what the scholars say. They say the same
yeah,
thing.
sure.
Okay. So this is Ibn Kathir. This is Ibn Kathir. All right. I'm going to go ahead and skip down to the relevant part. I think it's in this paragraph here, but let me see. Um, da, 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 da. Established. All right, here it is. After the dream, Pharaoh ordered that
Yeah,
every.
girls to be left alone.
Yes. You see that? So
But
it's
in
not
here,
about
it's talking about the child. I don't think it's saying to the woman. I think the woman here is like saying to the wives
the
or
word is
something.
Nisa, bro.
Yeah, the word is Nisa. It's the woman, not the daughters.
But it's talking about the daughters. It's talking about the little girls.
In the verse, it doesn't say that. I mean, yeah, in the Kathir, the explanation, it does, but to
Hmm.
me, it doesn't.
In all of the explanation, it does. The torment here refers to the killing of the male infants, right?
Yes,
While the
male infants.
girls were being spared. It's nothing to do with the wives. Okay. Let me show you. He says it even more clearly down here as well.
Okay, just give me a moment. Hmm.
Excuse me, that really torment you. Killing your sons, that explains the statement.
So why do you think that other verse 65:4 is talking about little girl? Because they aren't.
Because they haven't menstruated yet. Lam
Wait.
Yahed they haven't menstruated at all, even in the
Okay. Okay.
past.
So then why did Prophet waited 3 years for Aisha's menstruation?
I will show you that. It's because she couldn't handle the penetration. I
Is it
know,
in
I
the
know,
Quran?
I know. I'm gonna show you
You,
all of it, bro.
you always like bring up the most obscure things, but
I'm telling you,
it
I know
doesn't
it
matter.
sounds crazy, but everything that I'm saying literally comes from Islamic sources. I promise you.
Yeah, it's okay, no problem.
Okay. So look, we're going back to the verse. So that was a good question that you asked. So why do you say that
Hmm.
um, you know there are little girls that are being referred to in 65:4? It's because it's obviously talking about.
The thing is, you guys always attack the character of Prophet Muhammad, and that's just you are literally comparing Prophet Muhammad with Jesus.
Um,
To your
there,
paradigm, Jesus
there. I
Christ,
mean,
peace be upon him, is like a god, and Prophet Muhammad
Jesus
was.
is the best example, bro.
I mean, hey, to you, he's the god. To us, he's not the god. He's just a prophet.
Well, even as a prophet, he was the best example.
Every prophet is the best example.
No.
Yes, every one
Okay.
of the prophets are the best example.
Let me
At
ask
least
you this:
according to our
Is it
paradigm, maybe not in the Bible, because
is it
David, Lot, according to the
is it
biblical
a better
stories, they
example?
weren't very
Is, it,
much.
is a sinner is one who sins a better example to follow over one who has not sinned?
The thing is, I don't think there isn't any humankind who haven't sinned.
That's so you believe
Not a
Jesus sinned?
little,
Do
small
you believe?
sins, which
Do
doesn't
you
matter,
believe? Do you
which
believe
doesn't
Jesus?
matter, which doesn't matter. Small sins, everybody falls short.
So
And
I'm asking again: Do you
Allah
believe that
created us.
Jesus sinned,
Allah created us. Allah created us
my
so
friend?
that
It's a
when we
straight
fall
question.
short,
It's a straight
we
question.
repent.
That's fine. I didn't ask that. Do you believe that Jesus sinned?
I mean, if you're asking Quranically, I'm not sure if it says like Jesus was sinless,
It says
but
he was pure.
okay, so he didn't sin. We do
Good.
believe like none of our prophets sinned. like
No,
major
you
sins.
do. You just said that all of your prophets sinned. Every man has sinned.
By sinning, I'm not saying like the major sins or the egregious sin.
Doesn't matter, major or minor, they sinned, whether it's major or minor. But guess what? Jesus has no major or minor sins. He never sinned.
Okay, show me from the Quran that is saying like he didn't sin ever.
Oh, it just says that he's pure. There's nowhere does it mention that he sinned,
Every
but it
prophet,
says that Muhammad sinned.
every prophet is pure.
No, they're not. Can you show
Yeah.
me where it's okay? We'll do that next. We'll do that later. We'll do that. We'll do the sin of the prophets versus Jesus being pure. We'll
But
do that right after
the
this.
thing,
Okay.
the thing is, I mean, according to our paradigm, we're not supposed to compare any prophets. One, and two, in your paradigm, you're comparing a god to a man. It really doesn't, you know, make sense. Why would you compare to a man
Is
to
he
a
God
god?
to you?
No,
Okay.
Jesus isn't.
That's
So
why. You believe that Jesus was a man, and we're showing you that even Jesus as a man, Muhammad doesn't compare. He doesn't even touch. Doesn't belong on the
we
same
don't
level.
compare. We don't compare any of the prophets.
We do though.
That's your thing, man. We don't. We don't need to.
No worries. So look. So going back here, right? 65:4. You saying that I'm attacking the character, or I'm like bringing wild things. This isn't me. Look, this is Ibn Kathir again. So the iddah of those in menopause, all right, and those who do not have menses, right, those who do not have menstruation. It says Allah the Exalted clarifies the waiting period of the woman in menopause, and that is the one whose menstruation has stopped due to her older age. Her iddah is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based upon the ayah, chapter 2, verse 228. Okay, so talking about the older women first. Then here goes. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation.
Again, I asked you, like, why did Prophet Muhammad waited for 3 years for Aisha?
Because she couldn't handle the penetration. I'll get you that in a second. But first, I wanted to show you, don't you see how that verse is talking about
The thing
prepubescent
is,
girls?
the waiting period for Aisha shows us like we have to like take that into consideration because before prepubescent, she's definitely a child, and you're not supposed to have any type of intimacy to a child or something.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, and we'll get to that in a second. What I want to show you is that this involves, consummation. So you see how, number one, we understand, we can agree now, right, that this verse is talking about prepubescent girls?
I don't think so. The explanation does, but not the verses that I read.
Well, yeah, the verse itself says, and those
The,
who have not menstruated.
yes, and one of my understanding or one of the other explanation also says like the one who doesn't have menstruation isn't talking about girls. It's talking about who doesn't have menstruations.
What explanation is that? Because the scholars are in consensus on this. Let me read another one. Here's Jalalain. He says, regarding this, right? And for those of your women who no longer expect to menstruate, I'm sorry, if you have any doubts, their waiting
And
period.
scholars fall short.
Scholars fall short, okay?
Yeah.
And then he says, let me just finish it.
Can scholars fall
And
short?
also, just hold on. And also those who have not yet menstruated because of their
Of their
young
young
age.
age.
You see?
Yeah,
It's all over the place. Even in this one, even though this was a disputed like tafsir and stuff like that, but even the understanding is here. What about the waiting period of those who do not menstruate, have menstruation because they are too young? And then this verse is revealed. All right. If we keep going, all of them, they all say the same thing. So I mean, since everyone understands it, the way that it's like plainly read, why would you understand it a different way? That all your scholars, all your schools of thought are in consensus.
As I said, I mean, you can marry someone who's a child, but you cannot consummate it. You have to wait for it.
Okay. All right, so let's go with that. You can
Yeah,
marry someone who's a child, but you have to wait for consummation until they reach puberty.
yeah.
Let's go with that.
Puberty, maturity, mental
Mhm.
maturity, physical maturity. You have to wait
Okay, I
all for
got
that.
you. So
And
this
also,
is an important fact.
just
Go
one
ahead.
moment before you go. So, if I take your point, if I take your point, like, okay, so Aisha was a child and blah 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 blah. That if Aisha was a child and she was being violated like this, according to you, then either she would have reported it, or we would see her, like, like going down a much darker path in life, like, having problems, this and that. But we don't see that. Aisha was, well, she was a brilliant woman.
I believe she was brilliant, which is why she wouldn't condemn or call out Muhammad when she is surrounded
No,
by people
and
that
also,
loves. Wait, hold on, let me finish this.
and also,
I want to
Prophet
put this in
Muhammad
perspective.
sallallahu alaihi wasallam married
Yeah,
divorcees.
hold on.
Yeah, sorry, man, sorry.
All right. So I do believe that she was smart and very tactical,
Yeah,
because if she were to condemn Muhammad and call him out in front of the Ummah, in front of the
mm,
people that love Muhammad,
yeah.
they probably would have killed her. It wouldn't go well.
You guys think Muslims are so violent?
Well,
It's
they
like
when it came to
all
Muhammad,
Muslims
man,
are
they were.
violent. That's all you think.
Oh well, I would say that the Islamic sources, like the Muslim within Islamic sources, they're very violent. That's what I would say. You know, uh,
That's what
but
you say.
let's go with this, okay? You're allowed to marry prepubescent girls, but you can't consummate the marriage with them. That's your understanding,
Yeah,
okay?
obviously.
So let me show you actually that this shows that they actually are consummating the marriage. So
You can't. You can't.
okay,
If you are doing it, then you're obviously doing something wrong.
okay, I would agree with you, but
Yeah.
it's not wrong
Then you're
according
doing
to
something
the
wrong. Because to me, according to my understanding,
Quran.
I mean, in that time, in those time, if you are someone who's like reputed or powerful, having a marriage to a certain person can help them, help the society or the family. So that kind of makes sense. Islam does say, like, Islam is for all time religion. So it will also go. The teaching would also make sense in that era, this era, in the past, and also in the future. So if that
Okay,
makes sense.
yeah.
So if
So
something,
this is
if
where I
some
would
of the things, if
this is
some of
where
the
I would
things,
agree with you,
first
bro.
of all, we have to understand, like, these are not our doctrine, or like our,
This is your doctrine.
wait. Doctrine means like, who's God, who was the prophet, is God one or two, like that
Yeah, but
doctrine.
no, this is your doctrine. This is in your
No, no,
Sharia.
no,
This is in your
no.
law.
Sharia is not the doctrine. It's, I think, what does
Come
it say?
on, bro.
Let me give the word. What does it say?
It
Is
is.
it
This is
doctrine?
your doctrine. This is what your
Wait,
religion teaches.
wait,
Doctrine literally means like teachings.
wait. The very basics, like how to, who is a Muslim or how to be a Muslim. And to be a Muslim, you have to, like, have maintain the five pillars of Islam. Like,
Can you be a Muslim and reject a verse of the Quran or condemn a
no,
verse
I
of the
cannot.
Quran
No,
as
I
wrong?
cannot. No, I cannot.
Okay, yeah.
I have to take all of the Quran,
Good.
definitely.
So if you said that if they are consummating marriages with prepubescent girls, that is something wrong.
First of all,
I'm about to show
in the
you.
Quran, it isn't
I'm about
saying
to show
this.
you, my friend. I'm
Yeah,
about to
sure,
show you
sure.
that you just condemned this verse. So let's get to it.
I
This
didn't
verse
condemn the
says,
verse. I condemned the.
okay, well,
I talk about the, like, the,
I know
what do
what
you
you're
say?
saying. I'm about to show you that you
Yeah, sure.
actually condemn the verse itself. I'm about to show you this.
Okay.
Watch.
Okay.
Do you see how they have a waiting period in Ida?
Ida, yeah.
Do you know what that's for?
It's for divorce,
Why though?
mostly.
Why do they have an Ida though?
I think Ida is like when you're supposed to divorce your wife, right? You have to wait like for 3 months to see
Well, no. So no,
if she has a child.
they have a waiting period to make sure that she's not pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she has a child. That's what I was going to say.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Sorry,
Your
man.
last.
Sorry.
Sorry
No
about that.
problem.
Okay, so yeah, so it's to make sure that she's not pregnant, that she's not with child, right? So
Mm,
that she can divorce her and she can move on, right?
mm.
Now, so if she has an iddah, then that means that you've slept with her.
Yeah, obviously, but as I said, in the verse, it isn't saying child. It is saying Nisa, woman.
It says we already went over that. I already showed you
That's
that.
yes, that's the tafsir. No problem. I get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, not
But
just the tafsir, the Quran itself applies nisa to infants. So
it
I
isn't.
showed you that verse.
It's in that verse, if you are right, but in this
I
verse it
know.
isn't. So
Yeah,
you
so
are,
the word
so you are like
nisa,
so
dude,
you are
the word
forcing the
nisa,
meaning. So
the
so
word
you're forced.
nisa
Sorry, man. Sorry.
doesn't only apply to grown women. The
Okay.
context
If
tells you what
if I
kind of
take if
female
I
nisa is being applied to. You understand that?
okay, yeah, brother. Sorry. Let me. If I force the child to the 65:4, but I won't force the child or the woman. The Surah Bakar, I think what 262 to 65 was it
65 wait,
it's for Bakara
49.
249. Yeah.
Mhm.
So in one of them, you are you are taking woman as a child because it goes with your narration or your
No,
understanding,
because it goes with the
and
context.
and in the other one you're
Hold on,
not.
let me stop you right there so that you don't build a point off of a false premise.
Oh, sorry.
The
Yeah.
reason the reason why I understand Nisa to being referring to a child, just like Ibn Kathir and the rest, is because the context tells you. The context is about Pharaoh ordering infant boys to be killed while the girls are spared. So it's the context that tells you what kind of Nisa it's talking about. Is it talking about an adult Nisa or is it talking about an infant Nisa? In that context, 249, it's talking about an infant Nisa. In 65:4, what kind of Nisa is it talking about? It's giving us three kinds of Nisa: older women, the young prepubescent girls, and pregnant women.
And
Those are the
again,
three Nisas that's mentioned in
yes,
65:4.
and again for this verse again, I think it's 65:4 again. Some of the translation or the other understandings doesn't say their child. Some of the one who
Who?
hasn't the one who hasn't menstruated means Nisa, the women who are not able to menstruate.
Yeah, yeah. Who gives you this understanding that it's not about children?
I think just the verse alone, man.
You know,
I'll just
do you have a scholar that says, yeah, this is not talking about children?
wait, man. I think it's maybe wait.
Because notice how I showed you multiple, right?
Yeah, I get your point. I'm not saying like you're being dishonest, but
Okay.
sometimes what I see or say is like you're trying to force some meaning that isn't supposed to be. Cause how Islam is, we condone that child having sex with a child. If,
You
if that
don't
makes
condone
sense,
it. That's what you mean.
we do condone it. So
No,
you can say all
I think
you can
no,
say all
brother.
you want, but
No, condone means to accept. I think that you because I don't want people to
oh, sorry,
miss.
condone.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
it's accept, then no, we
Yeah,
don't
I don't want
accept
people.
it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. I didn't want people to like try to
I think
take
the
try
word
to.
is condemn.
Yeah, yeah. Condemn.
Condemn, yeah, sorry.
Oh man. You see how
So,
nice I am, guys? Like
so,
anybody
so,
else,
so
if
about
I if
Prophet
we were
Muhammad.
to do this on another platform, let me just say this to the crowd really
Yeah,
quick.
sorry, man.
If we were to do this on another crowd, or let's say I was talking to like Uthman, for example, he would have been like, "Oh," they would have clipped that up and said, "Oh, you see what Logic said? Oh, they condone child sex and stuff like." They would
Oh,
have took
no,
that
no,
all out
you could
of
be clipping me, man.
context.
I'm just here to talk because I like your content. You seem level-headed, so you seem someone who I can talk to,
Yeah,
right?
appreciate it. So this is what it is for me, man.
So,
Because
so you just don't like
I
Prophet Muhammad's character. I think that's your main crux.
well, no, it depends on who I'm talking to. I told you I was gonna work backwards, you know.
Yeah,
So it
Aisha's
depends on
marriage
what
is
group I'm
always the one thing.
in. I was just gonna work backwards. This is huge. It really is.
And also, like in UK, I mean, back just 100 years or like 150 years ago, I mean, you could get married like in 10 or 11 years to a girl who's 10 or 11 years. So, as I said, age is really not that thing. I mean,
And
to
we're not talking about age right now. We're
I mean,
talking
I
about
mean,
prepubescence. If you're saying that it is wrong to consummate a marriage with a prepubescent girl, which I would agree with,
Yes, obviously.
And I'm showing you that that is allowed in Islam. That's what I'm showing you.
And how am I reading it? I'm not seeing like how it's allowed.
Well, I'm
I don't
telling
know.
you. Well, okay. So again, they have waiting periods, which means that their husband slept with them, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
And the
So
Nisa
these
that
are
they're talking
so
about, I'm
look,
not
look,
seeing any
look.
prepubescent girls.
We've already agreed that this is talking about prepubescent girls.
I didn't agree to that. In the tafsir, yes, but in the Quran, I'm not seeing that.
Okay. So when it says like see, this is why I'm hoping that you can be honest with the text, bro. Like, because this is why I don't like, this is what makes us drag on stuff too long, is when we're not being intellectually honest to
Oh
the
yeah,
text.
the word
Okay.
was creed, not the
So
doctrine. The word was creed. I remember
okay.
the word. It was creed.
Okay,
I mean
good.
the Islamic creed.
Okay, good.
Uh,
So when it says they haven't menstruated yet,
hmm.
what does that mean, bro? Are they prepubescent or are they pubescent?
Since the word there is nisa, to my understanding, it's saying like it's women who can't menstruate, who are not able to menstruate.
Okay. So you're still trying to hang on the word nisa.
Yeah, cause when I'm reading the verse, I'm not going to the tafsir. I'm reading the verse, getting the words, getting the translation. It seems okay to me.
Got it.
Okay,
So I hear what you're saying.
so
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 just
it's not like
based off
I've
reading the
read the
verse,
verse and I'm like,
the
okay,
women
let's
who
see
have
the
not
tafsir.
menstruated,
What
what
does it
kind of
say?
women are the ones who haven't menstruated, bro?
Sorry.
What kind of women haven't menstruated yet?
Obviously, first category is a child, and the second category is who can't, being an
Good,
adult.
good. So you
Right?
have the ones who are a child, the women who are children, and the ones
Or
who
females.
have
If you
a,
say if you say women who are children, women can't be a children.
yeah. So this includes
You can
the
say
ones who
females.
have, this includes children in that category, correct?
Sorry, what?
It includes children in that category, correct?
Not necessarily. If the word is nisa,
Okay. So I'm
we are
just
kind of
I'm just
going on
confused there, man.
circles.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have like a, because I showed you the proof for what I have.
No,
Like I
I
gave
get
you
your point.
scholars.
I'm not holding on against anything to you, right?
Okay, good. So can you show me something to prove what you're saying? Can you show me that the word nisa only applies to adult women? Since I showed you the opposite, and I showed you the scholars that say the
Yeah.
opposite, can you show me the other way around? That the word nisa only applies to adult women.
I don't think I'll be able to do it, but
So
as I
then
said,
why hold on to that? Why?
for a child, there is another word, maybe balig or something. So that's that.
No, why hold on to a point that you have no evidence for, no substance for?
Because the word nisa means children, not
The
children.
word
I mean woman.
nisa applies to all kinds of females, depending on the context. That's what tells you what kind of nisa it is. Why
And
are you holding
if
on to a
and
point that you can't prove?
if depends on the context again. If it depends on the context, then
Mhm.
again, Prophet Muhammad waited till her.
We're not on Muhammad right now. We're on the
No,
Quran.
no. Exactly, we're not in Muhammad. But the reason I'm saying is, since Prophet Muhammad waited, from my understanding, get my point. See, since Prophet Muhammad waited, if he didn't wait, then I would okay, then I would agree to your
That
point
has
that yeah,
nothing
it
to
is
do with what
saying
the Quran says here.
we are just going off on circles, man. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna move on to the next guest. You could come on when we have another topic. I appreciate you being respectful and everything, man.
Yeah, man. And also, I would say like, if sometimes us Muslims or anyone like say anything bad or anything, just ignore. We are humans. We have shortcomings. So personally, I don't like it if suppose someone makes some mistakes and we kind of label them with their religion. This is a Christian or this is a Muslim.